z serii gry Vampyr. I przechodzimy od razu do naszej gierki fantastycznej. Kolejny odcinek, bodajże już chyba 11 teraz. Będzie poprzedni był bardzo długi, udało nam się załatwić tego wampira, który gdzieś tam wystąpił chyba w 6. odcinku. No, przyznam wam się szczerze, że bardzo się go bałem, ale walka z nim, no w sumie nie była aż taka trudna, ale sporo się działo, szczerze mówiąc. I powiem szczerze, że to nie były najłatwiejsze walki. To jest moja rozdzielczość? Dobra. To niech sobie będzie. W sumie nigdy tego nie badałem. To jest chyba 4K. Ale spoko. Okej, to lecimy sobie spokojnie. Wow. W ogóle trafiliśmy do jakiegoś dziwnego miejsca, w którym są same takie właśnie... Takie potwory wszędzie są.
Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander above some years back. It was unpleasant.
Harriet Jones. Mam pogadać, bo on gdzieś tutaj jest w ogóle w tych jakichś dziwnych kanałach. No skula. Jakoś tak.
Your place is not here.
Co mnie przypuszczałem, że dojdziemy do miejsca, gdzie będziemy mieli klasowość, że tak powiem, to u wampirów. Zaczniemy już szybciej to. Cóż to? Supremacja ikonów. No proszę, proszę. Jeżeli komuś się nie chce tego oczywiście czytać, bo nie mówiłem tego od samego początku, to jak najbardziej może sobie przewinąć. Ja nie będę zły z tego powodu w żadnym wypadku. Aczkolwiek tu widzę, że jakaś taka ideologia rośnie w ogóle wśród wampirów tutejszych. Zrobiły się kasty, zrobiły się jakby wyższe wampiry, niższe wampiry.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Ale taki przerost jakby lewej ręki tutaj w tym miejscu, nie? Potężna. A tu taka króciutka rączka. Wow. I tego skala się chyba zmienia.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. You'd leave me be.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
A, widzicie, czyli jednak.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are similar, but not the same, Harriet.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Jakie cienie.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Kto go zabił?
Shadows. Tell me what you saw.
Że ona leveluje tak ja.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me. And now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Goddammit. I to nie Sean Hampton zabił, tylko jeszcze coś innego. Ta już czeka, nie? Ciekawa. Podsłuchiwała na
found the
pewno.
answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us, spend time with us, and I may be willing to answer more questions.
Why do you live here? Amongst the filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the guard of Priwen, the Ascalon Club.
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
To się da zrobić. Ale nie za darmo. Moi drodzy. Nie no. Razy nie obchodzą, nie?
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
Yes.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Okidoki.
Thank you, old Bridget.
Nie, no nie będziemy jej robić
I
krzywdy,
hope
nie?
we'll meet again.
A o jakich strzałkach ona mówiła? No i bez kitu, ja naprawdę mam taką wysoką grafikę? O Jesus Christ. Możemy jeszcze taką spróbować. Rościna. Nie żartuję, bo też wam będzie źle to oglądać. Ale kurczę, ja mam tutaj 4K zastosowane i wszystko ładnie chodzi, naprawdę. Was chyba też za bardzo nie przycina, mam nadzieję. Ale na YouTubie to już inna bajka jest wtedy. Co mi się nie przestawiło czasem? Nie, wszystko jest na maksach. Spoksik.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Raczej nie sądzę. To jakby rodzina wampira, nie? Skalowie. Jakby się dobrze na tym zastanowić, no.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. Old Bridget says you are one to trust. Keep your distance, Echo.
Chyba jest wyjście.
How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time.
Ryówka. Zwyczajny buzdygan? 121 obrażenia. Raczej nie używam takich rzeczy. Ja jak już dorwałem ten miecz, to już go tak rozwijam do końca. No, niestety chyba nic więcej tu już nie rozwinę sobie. No proszę bardzo, mogę sobie wytworzyć coś niecoś. Wow. To się ostatnio nazbierałem tych wszystkich rzeczy. Kurczę, nie mogę znaleźć fragmentu porządnego uchwytu. A przetworzyć mogę tylko takie rzeczy. To jest niezłe, to serum. Drugi stopień. Można oczywiście rozwijać to. $2800 mamy. To nie wiem, czy kurczę to... W ogóle, powiedz mi, gdzie jestem w ogóle, bo tak, bo skończyliśmy dziś tutaj oczywiście. Wow. I to są te kanały tutaj. Wow. Whitechapel, tam jeszcze nie robiłem misji. Możemy się tam wrócić. Tutaj zrobiłem chyba... O. A, bo to mi nowa misja wyskoczyła teraz z czasem w dokach. Tak. To jest... A, no tutaj widzę się leczy. Dobrze. Ogólnie ja tam ładnie uleczyłem te wszystkie dzielnice. I muszę przyznać, że wysoki poziom zdrowia jest tutaj. Jest to oczywiście... No ta mi zaginęła gdzieś, kurczę, no. Nie wiem, co się będzie działo, czy ich się odnajdzie, czy nie. Dorothy Crane. Niestety filar społeczności. To jest złą decyzję, no podjąłem. To jest West End, tak? Tego zostawimy go. Mogliby zrobić coś takiego, że możemy się przemieszczać pomiędzy tymi kryjówkami. Takiej szybka podróż by była. Właśnie, kieruj się za strzałkami.
The vampire hunters will never find us here. The vampire hunters we're at your mercy. Find us. Will you end us?
Chodzisz na własne ryzyko.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Hajsy są.
It's locked, all right.
All right. Już wychodzimy. No i spoko. Ale widzicie, są też normalne skale, nie? Nie musimy wszystkich zabijać. Też teoretycznie one mnie same atakują, więc tutaj nie mam żadnej innej możliwości. Wow, dość sporo tych rzeczy tutaj. Biblia, krzyże.
It's locked, all right.
Kurczę.
Welcome back, Dr.
Tak
Reed.
myślałem.
Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
To jemu odwaliło, tak myślałem.
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the skulls, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed, one and all, and he's determined to save us.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned Scal now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Scals, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges... You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Myślę, że go przemienimy.
My discoveries. Vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your cheptel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No.
Nie
I
wytrzyma.
said kneel and drink. Now.
Tak za każdym razem by się skończyło. Prędzej czy później by zaatakował ludzi. I wydaje mi się, że w bardzo ładny sposób po prostu uchroniliśmy tą całą społeczność. Widoki, lecimy dalej. I myślę, że zrobiliśmy jako wampir dobry uczynek teraz, kurczę. Ocaliliśmy tą społeczność, chociaż też nie wiem jaki będzie efekt tej krwi. A z tym może być różnie.
It's locked. It's locked.
A, już wiem gdzie jestem. Dobra. Tak, to jest ta miejscówka, gdzie tutaj przyszliśmy. Myślę, że dobrze zrobiliśmy, że go uleczyliśmy po prostu. Bo efekt mógł być po prostu tragiczny, prawda? Tej tylu chorych leży, że on by ich po prostu potem wyżerał. Bo ogólnie doszłoby do jakiejś tragedii jatki. Więc uleczenie go to chyba była najlepsza możliwość.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
Czyli to w ogóle nie oni są chyba w to zamieszani.
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
Wow, a co jak go matka jest wampirem?
29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about the sad?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton. The sad...
What can you tell me?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, Miss?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
Lottie, tell me about the wet boot boys. I know they've threatened you.
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
I understand your fight, but the gangs are no joke. Are you sure you're safe?
I can defend myself. My only concern is about Giselle. I'm not sure my sister is able to fight anymore.
Lottie, tell me about the death of your mother.
Giselle killed her. Plain and simple. She killed her with her daily whims, her laziness, and her complaints.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill, but I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough as you are.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Giselle is the only family you have left. Don't you think it's time you forgave her?
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
Do you need my medical attention?
I'm fine, Dr. Reed.
Okej. Wypytaliśmy. Sporo ma tych
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
punktów doświadczenia. Tu jest jeszcze kolejna panienka.
You again?
Did you see what...
No, I didn't. and I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Do you need medical help, Miss Paxton?
No, thank.
You speak of strikes and class enemy.
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
Giselle, tell me about...
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs and doctors. It was hell.
Hell? What do you mean?
The 3 of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate, I tend to get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
You should talk to your sister. Whatever happened when your mother died, the truth lies somewhere between your 2 versions.
I don't want to talk about that. It was years ago. We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologize.
Takie życie niestety, moi drodzy.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
No niestety tak czasem jest.
What can you tell me about...
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
If you have something to say, say it.
Oh. You want information instead?
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see...
Your manners, your clothes...
You're right. I have never suffered from poverty. But that doesn't mean I don't fight it and its consequences.
I really doubt you ever had to fight for anything in your life, Dr. Reed.
Przesada trochę ta kobita, nie?
Giselle, I know you sleep at Hampton's shelter. What can you tell me about him?
He provided a roof for me and my sister. I am grateful, of course. But he gives me the creeps.
Why is that?
He's always sad. Like he's about to cry. He's always asking us to get closer to God. To give ourselves to the Lord. Creepy.
Okej, to wszystko.
Well, I'll leave you...
Jednak sobie zmniejszymy tą rozdzielczość, bo widzę, że u was to trochę inaczej wszystko wygląda. Okej. O. Gra będzie ta sama, a u was płynnie to będzie chodzić. Zdecydowanie. Może ten Goguś jest?
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance?
Did you see what...
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Who could have...
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire.
Why is it that you sound so...
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
You've never faced, let alone killed a vampire, Ichabod. You're a fraud.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
You have courage, Mr. Throgmorton. Perhaps that is all one requires to face the demons.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You'll see. One day I'll find and kill one of these monstrosities with my own 2 hands.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Goodbye. It's locked, all right.
It's locked, alright. Alright. No nieźle. Skalowy mają dość długą historię. Gdzie w ogóle jesteśmy? A, zachodnie doki tu nie mogą wejść, faktycznie. Właśnie nie dało go załatwić. Powalić. Bym coś tam od niego jeszcze wyciągnął. Coś tak grzebał w śmietniku. No tak, to są takie typowe skale. No słabe, ale jednak coś tam ukąsić potrafią. O, to już miałem ten afisz, nie? Tego jest -1. Aha, wiem co ja miałem zbierać. Ja miałem jedną misję, która mi mówiła o tym, że miałem zbierać te afisze po prostu i je chować. O, spal wszystkie afisze. Przyklej 5 afiszy na ulicach doków na East Endzie. Albo spal wszystkie afisze. A ja mam tych afiszy? Mam 4. O, jest kolejny. Chyba.
Informing London's inhabitants of the presence of vampires. What does that make me? A double or a triple agent?
Nie, to ja przyklejam już te... Tu też przykleiłem. O, okej, już teraz załapałem. Dobra, czy jeszcze 3 mi zostały do przyklejenia? A tu byłem. Jeszcze chyba jednym został do przyklejenia gdzieś.
Done. Mr. Throgmorton should be happy.
Dobra, to co? Spadam do East Endu, nie? Tutaj. północne doki i przejdziemy sobie tam. Okej. I understand now.
This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
Ten idziemy do tych doków. A wszystko odkryłem. Tutaj też byłem, latałem przy tutaj. No to spoko, to już całkiem spory obszar odkryliśmy, sporo misji zrobiliśmy. To też pamiętam, otwierałem sobie te drzwiczki wszędzie i tu są północne doki. A nie, czy nim się da przejść tutaj? Nie wiem, kurczę. Muszę iść chyba do West End. West End, Whitechapel. Ja chcę w ogóle wrócić do Whitechapel i sobie tam troszeczkę poogarniał misję, ale wrócimy, to pójdziemy teraz do West End po prostu. Chyba, że... Albo spróbujemy tą czerwoną rzekę. Wiecie co, zróbmy tę misję na razie. O, tak myślałem. No i spoko. To pamiętam tą miejscówkę.
Want some of this? Bloody monster!
A nie ogarnia ten gościu. No otwartej przestrzeni już nie był taki mocny, ale tam w tym budynku dawał radę. No bo ja się teraz jakiś potężny zrobiłem do tych misjach. Prawie 3000 punktów doświadczenia, mógł kogoś zeżreć. Mam kilka osób na oku, ale nie będę jakoś tak potężnie z tego korzystał.
He's mine! I'll take it!
się chyba nie da pić krwi. Zwyczajnego uchwyt. Znowu zwyczajny kurczę uchwyt, no. Ach.
Safer places to be this year.
Wow. No to chyba nie szedłem w ogóle. No zdecydowanie. A, bo tu już jesteśmy... No tak.
29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me? There's been a fight here.
To dość konkretny. Ostro to było, widzę.
This window was shattered with violent force. Someone's been pulled through it and dragged through the street. Who could have done that?
Widać dalej ślady krwi są. Nope, nic nie ma.
Please, sir. Can't let you through. I said stay away, sir. Boy. You got one of You're perfect, that youngling, for that. I'll kill you.
A, czy tych łowców nie oszczędzą? Jak to chce wejść pod solóweczkę, to musicie z tym liczyć, kurczę. Źle punkty doświadczenia mamy. Kurde, ja mam jeszcze kogoś krew pić? Jestem całkiem potężny teraz.
I cannot enter.
Za chwilę się tam
It's
dostaniemy.
locked.
Mamy iść ze śladem tych krwi.
I said stay away, sir. Over there. There's one of them.
So much blood. Whoever was killed got dried out.
Gorzej jak to będzie jego ojciec. Dobra. Potrzebuję chwilkę przerwy, dobra? Za momencik wracam, moi drodzy. Wspaniali. To będzie to. Tak, zaraz wracam. Okej, już wróciliśmy, gramy dalej.
Occasionally, you make a good point. We're being misled. Or worse, we're being baited by leeches playing a nasty game.
O Jesus. Wow.
Remember your vows, friend. Lord, give us strength. God walk with me.
O no. No! No kurde, zablokowałem się, nie mogę uciec w ogóle. A to jest denerwujące, coś takiego. Oj, mnie umarłem, kurde. Gdzie jestem? Aha, tutaj.
I don't understand. Why drag the poor wench across all these streets to let her expire and be found here?
You're surprising. Crush this beast. Crawl back to the hell
Dobrze. Kurde no.
Lord, give us strength. Killing bastard!
Co się stało z krwią?
Watch out! It's fast!
Kurde, jak oni to grali, to ja nie mam pojęcia.
This is despicable.
Gdzie tam ten umarł? A tam gdzieś chyba załatwił. O.
The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire.
Bo ktoś mi zostaje wiadomość.
This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family. Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out. Only a golden watch in her pockets.
I see you.
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it.
No dobra, to nic takiego akurat nie ma ciekawego. Przekimamy się, ewidentnie. Prawie 4000 punktów doświadczenia. Mam absorpcję jednak ponieść. A, tu nie mam poziomu odpowiedniego chyba. 2700 mam, nie? Poziom 18 wymagany. Co byśmy tu wzięli? Teoretycznie mógł tą łapkę ulepszyć. To jest spoko, nie? Aż 2000 punktów. weźmiemy sobie jednak chyba to. Pazury. O, bo tu już nie mogę sobie jeszcze odblokować, ok. To mi 850. Chyba już wybrałem te wszystkie za agresywne rzeczy. Jeszcze ewentualnie ten cień jest fajny, nie? Zasłona cienia. To jest spoko. Ale już chyba nawet nie mam miejsca w ekwipunku swoim. A ostatecznie to będziemy rozwijać tylko jedną. Więc jeśli są drogie, to bym musiał później wymieniać je. Ugryzienie. Były 1000 punktów, ale tylko 15. To umiem zwiększyć. I to jeszcze dodałbym sobie. Zostaje mi 200. O, niestety, to się nie da. That's all, folks. No proszę bardzo. I zrobiliśmy dobry uczynek. Trzeba chłopaków wyleczyć. Niestety tutaj mi zaginęła mi Dorothy Crane i nie wiem jak ją odnaleźć teraz. Jest stabilny, bo nawet nikogo nawet jeszcze nie odkryłem, więc gra nie może niczego ogarnąć jednym słowem. Ale do Whitechapel muszę wrócić i poogarnić tę dzielnicę. Nie mogę zdobyć tych fragmentów porządnego uchwytu, a nie mogę też... Nie mogę też, nie, ulepszyć czegoś, coś w tym stylu. Tego też nie mogę ulepszyć.
It's one of them! I ought you to step back!
Powinna być zwiększona absorpcja krwi. O tak, teraz jest moc. Nie tak. Kurde!
Bloody lynch! Stay back, beast!
Dlaczego mi zadaje obrażenia, skoro ja i tak byłem bardzo daleko od niego? No, że jesteś silniejszy. Ewidentnie to widać.
I have this thirst for blood.
Nie, tak nic nie ma. Tu jest coś... Tu coś tam napisane.
Jonathan!
What was that? I won't let you escape. Very fast, but I'll catch you. They've all been butchered.
Słychać tylko skalę.
I can still sense a presence.
Ale mi ciągnie do grobu swojej tej siostry. Tak myślę.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Hajsy.
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
How do you feel?
I'm as well.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiao Shun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
You should not be by yourself. Grief can be a terrible trial, and it's even worse when you're alone.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death, And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it with you, since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually, you'll have to leave the cemetery.
Why? Why should I go? Since this is the only place I can find peace of mind.
But you're not dead. There is a difference between visiting the dead and staying with them.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I heard that she used to help the refugees, but unfortunately you don't see her around anymore.
Chciałem ją odnaleźć, ale nie wiem, gdzie ona może być.
How do you feel?
I'm at...
Have you...
I heard...
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
How do you feel?
I'm at...
Goodbye for now.
You know you can trust me. Why have you not spoken to me?
This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
God help! Please help me! You! What have you done?
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon! Hell scourge! Son of perdition!
Vicar! Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul. Returned from the dead. Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary, is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital, cemetery to cemetery, grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were, in front of me, on a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary, I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for me.
Mary, wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel, pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
O, zahipnotyzowana jest.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
So that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular, that of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal. Not for our poisonous kiss. Not even for the lies you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good.
O Jesus.
Killed me, brother! Ah! No! Kinslayer! Come to me, Jonathan. You burned away Nurse Crane's mind. You're a monster! You left me to rot! What have you done? Give me your blood, priest. final thoughts are just to die for. Abomination! Kiss me again, sweet brother.
Kurde.
Assassin! Rest in peace, monster. You killed me, brother.
Kurde, dalej.
What have you done? Kinslayer! Abomination! Rest in peace, monster.
No dalej, uciekaj, kurde, no. Ja nie mogę, nie. No to jest bez sensu, no. Kurde, mnie coś takiego denerwuje. Tam też jeszcze wyssała z tego księdza krew i gitara, nie? Zadowolona. Dalej zasuwaj. I od nowa to wszystko przeżywać?
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Łap tego szczura.
This is despicable.
Kinslayer! Abomination! Rest in peace, monster. Assassin! Jonathan, kill him. Revel in your true nature. Come
Nie mam szans z nią w ogóle. Nie mam szans z nią. Więc muszę się cofnąć mimo wszystko. Nie mogę z nią walczyć, bo kurde nie wyjdzie, no. Jak mi to wkurza mnie coś takiego, naprawdę, nie? No mam po prostu dzisiaj zły dzień. Muszę się wrócić, muszę natrzaskać poziomów, żeby w ogóle do niej dojść, nie? I z nią ugrać tą gierkę. Pewnie bym dał radę, tylko musiał z 10 razy to próbować, nie? Może w końcu ją załatwię. Tak to nie ma sensu. Jest dużo misji, że tak powiem, które można zrobić i będzie git. Dobra, nie będziemy przedłużać. Teraz dziękuję wam serdecznie za ten odcinek, że byliście ze mną. Zapraszam na kolejne odcinki na YouTubie. Także ja się z wami żegnam. Dziękuję serdecznie za wspaniałą gierkę. I do następnego odcinka. Siemanderko.